Is Enzo Fernandez leaving Chelsea? No. The deadline came and went last Friday and nobody paid. Chelsea told Manchester City to bid £120 million by 5 in the evening on the 14th of August. No offer arrived, and 6 days earlier, at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea's own supporters booed him over something he did at the World Cup. If these first few minutes are already making you feel some type of way, do the video a solid. Drop a comment below this video, smash like, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Now let's get back into it. Start with the booing because it is the detail almost nobody is reporting, and it tells you everything about the position he is in. During Chelsea's preseason friendly against Real Sociedad at Stamford Bridge, sections of the home crowd booed Enzo Fernandez, not away fans, his own. And the reported reason was not his contract situation or the transfer rumors or anything that happened in a Chelsea shirt. It was his celebrations after Argentina beat England in the World Cup semi-final in Atlanta. Think about that for a second. He plays in England. His wages are paid by an English club, funded by English supporters in an English league. And in July, he knocked England out of a World Cup, scored the goal that did it, and celebrated in a way those same supporters have clearly not forgotten. 6 weeks later, they let him hear about it in his own stadium. That is what a World Cup can cost a player, and it does not show up on any balance sheet. Now, the transfer situation, because it moved this week and it moved decisively, Manchester City wanted him. That interest is real, and it has a specific cause. City sold Rodri to Barcelona for around £65 million and lost Bernardo Silva at the end of his contract, which left a hole in the middle of their team. And the man now managing Manchester City is Enzo Maresca, who coached Fernandez at Chelsea for 18 months before leaving in January. A reunion made obvious sense, so Chelsea set terms. Reporting says Fernandez's camp had an understanding with the club back in late May that a move could happen at £120 million, with the 14th of August set as the deadline for serious bids. That date passed, no formal offer arrived, and Chelsea's message since has been simple. He is staying in this window, which closes on the 1st of September. Then Xabi Alonso spoke, and what he said matters less than what he refused to say. Alonso is Chelsea's new manager, appointed in May on a 4-year contract that began on the 1st of July, replacing Liam Rosenior. Ahead of Monday's Premier League opener against Fulham, he was asked directly whether Fernandez had told him he wants to stay at Stamford Bridge. He did not answer that question. He said Enzo is a Chelsea player, a top player. He said he is training really well, that he started with the group 10 days ago, that he is very integrated, and that the club are happy with him. He said he sees him with a good attitude, and that he is getting ready for Monday. Every one of those sentences is about the present tense. None of them is about intent. Outlets covering the press conference described him as evasive and noted he refused to reveal whether the player wants to stay. That is a manager protecting his squad, not a manager announcing a resolution. And to understand why nobody at Chelsea needs to announce anything, you have to go back to April, to the part of this story that almost no coverage is mentioning. Chelsea already punished him for exactly this, publicly, for 2 matches. After Chelsea were dismantled by Paris Saint-Germain 8-2 on aggregate in the Champions League, ESPN Argentina asked Fernandez whether he would still be at the club the following season. He said he did not know. Days later, on international duty, he said he would like to live in Madrid, and that it reminded him of Buenos Aires. On the 3rd of April, then manager Liam Rosenior confirmed that Fernandez would not be available for the FA Cup quarterfinal against Port Vale or for Manchester City the following weekend. The reason he gave: a line was crossed in terms of our culture and what we want to build, so we had to make a sanction. He added that the door was not closed, that this was a sanction rather than an exile, and that he had no bad words for Enzo as a person. But the message was unmistakable. Chelsea's record signing, wearing the captain's armband in Reece James's absence, benched for 2 knockout weekends over a few sentences. His agent, Javier Pastore, called the punishment completely unfair, arguing that Enzo had named no club and had never said he wanted to leave. Within days, both player and agent apologized to Chelsea. And a detail from that same week sharpens it. Mark Cucurella publicly criticized Chelsea's recruitment policy and spoke about instability at the club. He received no sanction at all. One player criticized the club's transfer strategy and faced nothing. Another said he liked a city and lost 2 matches. So that was the situation Fernandez carried into the tournament, and the tournament made it worse. In the semifinal against England in Atlanta, he scored the equalizer in the 85th minute from a Messi assist in the comeback that put Argentina into the final. He was among the players in the Malvinas banner celebration afterwards, which triggered a FIFA investigation and a formal charge against the Argentine Federation. Then the final, Argentina lost 1-0 to Spain in extra time and deep in stoppage time at the end of normal play, already booked. Fernandez went in on a 19-year-old Pau Cubarsí and was shown a second yellow, sent off. Argentina played all 30 minutes of extra time with 10 men, and Spain scored in the 106th. He became the 3rd Argentine player ever sent off in a World Cup final, and FIFA has since charged him alongside others from that squad. Now add the door that closed before any of this. In July, Real Madrid published an official club statement, which clubs almost never do, saying it had made no effort, direct or indirect, to sign the player and had no intention of undertaking such an operation. It called the speculation unfounded and framed the whole thing as respect toward Chelsea. So count the exits. Real Madrid removed itself in writing in July. Manchester City let a deadline lapse in August. The window shuts on the 1st of September. And the arithmetic underneath it is brutal. Fernandez joined Chelsea from Benfica in January 2023 for £106.8 million, a British record at the time, on an 8.5-year contract running to 2032. 6 years remain. Chelsea's long contract policy exists for exactly this scenario and has worked precisely as designed. So what does Chelsea actually do now? Nothing. And nothing is enough. They welcome him back, put him in the team on Monday against Fulham, pay him what the contract already says, and wait. An honest caveat, because there is no evidence anyone at Chelsea is trying to make him miserable. Alonso's comments were warm about his training and his attitude. There is no reported plan to freeze him out, and there is a real footballing case for keeping him because his partnership with Moises Caicedo is one of the few things that consistently work through a difficult season, but intent barely matters. Chelsea does not need a strategy. It has a contract, a valuation nobody met, and a precedent it already set in April. He asked Chelsea to wait until after the World Cup to decide his value. The World Cup answered. It cost him a final, a red card, a FIFA charge, and the goodwill of the supporters who watch him every week. The tournament decided. If you want more content like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and share this video so you never miss out. Let us know in the comments below. Were Chelsea fans right to boo a player for what he did in a World Cup for his own country? Or should that stay separate from club football? And does he accept it quietly or push to leave before the 1st of September? And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to see it. Hey, before you go. The previous episode of the Cup Theory series is Cristiano Ronaldo's retirement has a date now, and his last World Cup already happened, in case you missed it. And the complete binge-worthy Cup Theory playlist has every chapter of this World Cup waiting for you. Trust me, this is one of those series you'll want to watch end to end. Every match, every meltdown, every story the big networks missed. Go watch them both right now and keep the deep dive going. You know you want to. Thank you for watching.